A single point
what is
out of the team for
FA Cup champions.
I've met a few people who are a little confused about the results over the course of the weekend. How did Royal thrash St Thomas's? How did Kingswood win against Trinity? But not you. You're not confused because you watched the best rugby analysis on The Breakdown. You're on ThePapare. Week 3 of the Singer Schools Rugby League, and we have some very interesting results to offer you on The Breakdown. And we have St Peter's taking on Dharmaraja. That was our first match, 42 points to 5. St Peter's winning that game and looking like they are a side to be contended with. Maybe league title winning aspirations for them as well, given the way they have been playing. 42 points to 5 with 28-0 at half-time. St Joseph's putting on 50 points against St Anthony's, but they'll be a little bit concerned about the fact that they also conceded 24 points. Coach Nilofer Ibrahim will be worried about that. He won't worry about this team's try-scoring ability, but he will be a little concerned about their defense. It was 19-12 at half-time, so St Anthony's once again playing a very tight first half, as they did against Royal College, but unfortunately they haven't been able to sustain those performances in the second half throughout the course of this season. Isipatana against Zahira, it was 17 points to 7 in favour of Isipatana, who won a tough game away from home. It was 10-0 to the winners at half-time, and an absolute smashing by Royal. They broke the record for the Michael Gunaratne fixture. With the last kick of the game, they beat Banuka Gamege's side's 52-0 record by registering a 55-0 record to win the Michael Gunaratne trophy for the second year in a row. So 55-0 was what it was, and then we had DS versus Wesley. The game was 0-0 for a long time, and it was very much in the dying minutes of the game that Murshid Zubair managed to put a kick ahead, which was chased down by his winger, and they won 5 points to 0 in what were treacherous conditions at the CRNFC grounds, because it had rained pretty hard just moments before the game and the ball was slippery as a bar of soap. And so you can't really blame the players too much for the quality of the rugby dished out on the day, but still 5 points to 0 indicates a pretty turgid affair, which is exactly what it was. Kingswood, on the other hand, will be very happy with their performance up in Nittawala. They managed to hold on 23-21 after leading 23-14 for large parts of that second half. Trinity managed to score under the posts and managed to convert as well. It was 23-21 in the dying moments of the game, and some very interesting refereeing calls, some helter-skelter stuff from both the teams, some terrible decisions made to kick the ball away as well from both teams, and it made for a really interesting 5 minutes or so of injury time. Interesting if you're not in the coaching box, that is. But 23 points to 21 was how Kingswood managed to win that game, and that shows that Kingswood rugby is on the up and up, and Trinity have a few things to go back to the drawing board on. Let's look at what we have in store after the Easter break. We have what could potentially be a title decider. We have Royal taking on St Joseph's, and that match has been much anticipated from the start of the season, the way these two teams have been going. Both of them unbeaten so far, and at the moment they are both deadlocked at 18 points. We have the fixtures from the last 3 years. In 2015 it was close, Royal 25, St Joseph's 22. In 2016 it was a 27-all draw. It was a thrilling draw where Royal came back and managed to hold St Joseph's, who had pulled away in the first half. And in 2017 again it was really close one more time, 28 points to 22, Royal winning that one again. There's no argument that this game is going to be really close this time as well, but who will come out on top? Royal have been winning recently, so they have the form sheet in their favour, but can Joseph's pull off an upset? Because let's call it what it is. If St Joseph's win, it'll be a definite upset, because Royal are the firm favourites to win this game. The other game that we will be featuring is Isipatana versus St Peter's. Both of those teams also unbeaten in the other segment of Division 1, and at the moment it looks like St Peter's have a little bit of an edge on Isipatana, at least this year's team does. In 2017 they managed to win by 32 points to 15 over Isipatana, and Isipatana won very handsomely in 2016 by 36 points to 21, and in 2015 it was really close with St Peter's Peters falling 2 points short, 20 points to 18 against Isipatana. So that game should be a really close one as well, but the forwards of Peters may just have a little bit too much in their tank for this Isipatana three-quarter line, who will be reliant heavily on Manilka Ruberu, who is their captain, who has been playing a very good game all season.
ශ්‍රී ලංකා රග්බි පිටියේ සතිපතා සිද්ධ වෙන දේවල් දැනගන්න කැමතිද?
රග්බි පිටිය සෑම අඟහරුවාදා දිනකම ඔබ වෙත.
The other fixtures we have on the cards for after the Easter break, we have Dharmaraja taking on DS. DS have suffered some agonizing losses in the 3 matches that they have played this season, by 2 points against, or 1 point rather, against Isipatana, by 2 points against Zahira, and by 5 points against Wesley, and they have deserved to win some of those matches as well. So maybe this will be the first win that they will notch up under their belt against Dharmaraja. An all candy clash, Kingswood versus St Anthony's. St Anthony's a strong first half side, and can they do enough in those first 35 minutes to really stymie the hungry Kingswood team, which have pulled off a big upset against Trinity this week. Then we have Trinity College themselves hosting St Thomas's up in Kandy, the second time that St Thomas's are travelling up to Kandy for the Canon RS Deseram Shield. It was a famous win when Navin Henakankanam scored to win them the Shield a couple of years ago, but this year Trinity will be the favourites. They've got some big boys in their midfield, which will be a little bit difficult for the small young Thomian backs to handle. So we'll have to see what the coaching staff comes up with to counter that threat that Trinity have. Then we have Zahira taking on Wesley. That should be a fast, open game. Both sides heavily reliant on their sets of backs. The forward packs will be evenly matched as well. So it'll be interesting to see what Paul Toya and Shamli Navas have planned for the way that they approach this game. It will be a little bit different in the way that they've approached the previous game. So looking for a tri-fest in that one. Don't forget to log on to our ThePapare Stats Center to look at much more than the points tables, but that's what we're going to show you in a moment. A Division Group 1, we have Royal sitting pretty along with St Joseph's. That's all going to change as well. Both teams on 18 points at the moment. Kingswood, by virtue of their big win against Trinity College, move up to 3rd place. Trinity in 4th. We have St Anthony's, who've picked up a couple of losing bonus points, in 5th place, and St Thomas's looking a bit dire for them at the moment. They haven't gotten off the mark yet, and they're in 6th place in the A Division Group 1. In Group 2, we have St Peters, who have a clear lead at the moment. They're not tied with Isipatana, and that could all change when both teams meet each other as well next week. 18 points to Isipatana's 17 at the moment. Zahira with 5 points are in 3rd place. Wesley, with their maiden win of the season, also get 5 points, but they're a little bit behind on the try scoring and points scored front at the moment, so they're still in 4th place, but they have a game in hand. We have DS, who've picked up 4 losing bonus points, so all credit to them, who managed to pick up points despite losing games, and Dharmaraja still to get off the mark in that division as well. So that's something for the Stats Center enthusiasts to look at. Stats.thepapare.com. Lots of stats on the school's rugby season on that so far. Enjoy your Easter break, because when you come back, we have 4 unbeaten teams playing each other. That's going to be the feature of our coverage next week. So do join us then on thepapare.com. You're on the breakdown.